so go ahead. We're good.
Hi, this is Wayne Handrak. I'm calling the meeting to order at 2:34 of the July Regional Street Naming Committee. Can we get the instructions providing public comment via Zoom, please?
Yep, I can read those. Members of the public may submit public comment via Zoom or by dialing into the meeting by telephone. To provide public comment via Zoom, log into the Zoom webinar at the above link and utilize the raise hand feature during any public comment period. To provide public comment via telephone, only press *9 to raise hand and *6 to mute or unmute.
Okay, we need to do a roll call to get the quorum.
No, sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead, call roll call if you would,
so
please.
Amanda Duncan is out, but her alternate Kyle Daters.
Here.
Thank you, sir. Jennifer Felter will not attend. John Walker.
Here.
Thank you. Caitlin Cortez cannot attend, but Marlene Senda.
Here.
Thank you. Leah Picotti cannot attend. She's out of town. Brett Rodella.
Present.
Thank you. Robert Johnson, let me see if he's here. I don't see him. No, he's not here. Okay. Aaron Young is not showing up. Sean Chambers there. Teresa Park.
Here.
Thank you. And Wayne Handrock.
Present.
We have 6, so we have a quorum.
Fabulous.
And I just want to introduce our new Deputy District Attorney, Trent Ross. He's taken over for Jen permanently. So welcome permanently, Trent. He has done this board before, but just so you all know.
Welcome officially, Trent.
Yes.
Thanks.
So we can go to 3, public comment.
Public comment. How about some public comment?
I have no general public comment, but maybe we will on the item, but no general public comment. No public comment.
Number 4 is nomination of approval of the Washoe County Regional Street Naming Committee's chair and vice chair from among the committee membership to serve a term of 1 year or until a successor is appointed. Is anybody interested? I can run for chair again if nobody else wants to.
Thanks, Wayne. Your name is appropriate. You are a rock. Unfortunately, our vice chair is not here. I don't know. I'd have to ask Trent. I don't know what our governing docs say. I don't know if we could. I doubt Amanda would be that upset if we. I can't speak for her, but she's not here. But we can't nominate her, I think.
Yeah, because it is a nomination. She's not here to decline it. When I looked through the manual today, I don't remember seeing anything about nomination here. So just kind of what you guys want to do. If you just want to hold off on a vice chair until the next meeting she attends, and we can just do vice chair, because with it right now, she can't say vice chair until a successor is named. So we could postpone the vice chair and just do the chair right now if you like.
Yeah.
I do think her ultimate goal, and I'll check with her when she gets back, but I think her goal is that I replace her.
Let's hold off on vice chair for right now, if that's acceptable with everybody, until she is here and we can figure out exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Are there any other nominations for the chair? Okay. All in favor of me being chair again, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Say nay. Okay, looks like I'm chair for another year.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yes, thank you,
Welcome.
Wayne. Appreciate it.
Okay, next on the agenda is the approval of the July 25th, 2025 agenda. Has everybody had a chance to review our agenda for today? Or 24th? I think it's supposed to be 24th. I think there's a typo there.
There's a typo. That's my fault.
Okay.
This is Brett Rodella. I'll move to approve the July 24th agenda.
Can I get a second?
This is Kyle Daters. I will second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Alrighty, we have an approval of the agenda.
Just as an FYI, the agenda is correct at the top and online. So I think that should be okay. But
it's just wrong on the number 5 is all.
correct.
Next on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the November 15th, 2024 meeting. Has everybody had a chance to review those? And if so, can I get a motion?
This is John Walker. I move to approve.
Thank you, John. Can I get a second?
Brett Rodella, second.
Thanks, Brett. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we have an approval of the minutes for the November 15th, 2024 meeting. New business. Stephen, what can you tell us about our new business?
Thanks, Wayne. So we received one application to rename an easement from Access Spur to Pierce Lane on May 2nd, 2025. The easement is located within the unincorporated Washoe County, runs in an east-west direction and lies southwest of Red Rock Road. 3 properties are addressed off this and will be affected by the name change. And then the applicant is requesting to rename the easement for kind of ease of parcel identification and EMS services, they said. Washoe County GIS performed due diligence by checking the proposed street names against the master street directory for any existing duplicate or similar sounding street names for the purpose of emergency management. And the proposed street name is unique and was accepted into the street reservation list. And then that's our only application.
Okay. Is the applicant here and would they like to comment?
Yes, I'm sure he would. Rob Pierce, would you like to comment? Go ahead and raise your hand and I will allow you to. Okay, please unmute and state your first and last name for the record.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Rob.
Yeah, I'm just here if you guys have any questions. I think it's pretty straightforward, but if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and ask.
This is Wayne Handrock. I do have a question. Rob, you think it's really going to benefit you not having a Red Rock Road address, seeing how you're on Red Rock Road?
Yes, because when we build our house, we want to have it facing towards town. We want to have it facing this road, so I want to have that as an address. That's the idea.
Okay.
Do we have confirmation that other addresses will not be affected? This is Brett Rodella for the record.
Were you asking me?
Stephen, probably.
Hey, Brett, I think we decided that 3 addresses are currently addressed off of Red Rock Road that this would affect.
According to what I read, this would not affect anybody else's address in the application process.
This is Julie. Our regional addressing coordinator, Sean, is having trouble getting on to this
Sean's on.
Zoom. Oh, he is? Oh,
Yeah,
Sean, do you want to? I think he has something to say.
You'll have to unmute Sean. Sean? I see you're unmuted, but we can't hear you. Oh, he just looks like he may have fallen off.
It's good.
Oh,
Well,
hold on. He has his hand up. I don't know what to tell you, Sean. You're unmuted. You could go ahead and speak, so I'm not sure. I was having technical difficulties with Zoom yesterday at the Parks Commission, so I don't know, maybe it's a Zoom thing, but from what it's showing me, Sean, you're unmuted and we can't hear you.
Okay. I
Go
just
ahead, Rob.
asked Sean if he wanted me to speak for him because I know the answer to this.
Okay, let's for
Um,
expediency's
and-
sake, let's do that.
Yes. So because if you change the name of that access road to Pierce Lane, the three addresses that are addressed off Red Rock Road will need to change to Pierce Lane for emergency management purposes. Because at that point there'll be a road sign saying Pierce Lane, and it could get really confusing if no one can find these other three addresses are not actually their driveways are not off of Red Rock Road. So if this easement is named, the three other parcels will have to change their addresses to Pierce Lane.
Is it all right if I make a comment? This is Rob for the record.
Go ahead, Rob.
I would not have put this in if the other addresses would have had to change. When I read the application and talked with the engineer, he specifically said no other addresses would have to change. Right now, it's called Access Spur, so those other addresses should technically be whatever Access Spur Lane. And I'm just asking to change the Access Spur word to Pierce Lane. I'm not asking to change anybody else's address. That's not the intent of this. The intent is to make it easier for EMS to find me, to find our location, because other people are using my property to put their address signs on. And that was the idea behind this. I don't want to change anybody else's address. And I was told that it would not be changing anybody else's address because it was just an access spur, which is not really a technical street name. It's just a spur. So it's a little bit different than a road change. That's the way it was explained to me.
This is Brett Rodella for the record. Is there any chance I can get an address or an APN for the area we're looking at? I haven't seen supporting documents with a map or anything. That'd
Yeah,
be
it's
helpful.
079-551-05.
Yeah, that was a little quick, Rob.
Sorry.
I'm on now.
Sorry, 079-551-05.
Julie, I know Worms says the Washoe Regional Mapping System says that it's spur whatever. Is that just an unofficial name, but that the access easement officially has no name? Is that correct at this point?
Didn't access the name.
Julie, you're cutting out. We can't hear you. Sean, you are online. Would you be able to
Online.
answer this question?
Yeah, I finally got back online. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
The access spur, I know it shows up on the Washoe Regional Mapping System,
Yes,
but
sir.
that's not an official name at this point. It's just, that's the way it's shows on Worms, but it's not officially named. And if
Correct.
we actually name this access easement, then all four of those parcels will have to switch to Pierce Road
Correct.
or Lane or whatever, correct?
Correct. Because that's how you would access the other three houses.
Brandon, do we have any public comment on this?
Only the ones that I sent you, the one from Mr. Cox and then the one from Rob. And as I said, the one from Rob came about 2:15. I think he just arrived back into town, I think. But I forwarded it to you. So if you look at your emails, you'll see Rob's comments. And he pretty much just explained it. But if you feel you need to look at what he has to say, it's in there. But Mr. Cox, the neighbor, says, well, I don't even know who this guy is. It's because it's a vacant lot. The applicant hasn't built there. He says, well, our driveways are on this road and we maintain it. So who's going to maintain the road? And I don't want to change my address. And, what's going on here that they could do this with the vacant lot. So I don't think he understands Mr. Pierce's intent was not to cause any issues. It was just to make it clear for emergency services. But I can always talk to him later about that, but I didn't have that information at the time. But Long story short, you only have 2 public comments. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Does the committee have any other questions, comments?
So this is Teresa Parkhurst. I was just curious, Mr. Pierce, have you talked to any of the other owners? Are they interested in a different name, or are they just not interested in changing from Red Rock Road?
No,
'Cause
ma'am, I have
that is
not
a
talked
lot
with any of the other neighbors. When I started down this adventure, I talked with your engineer and I read the process on this, and it did not say anybody else's address was gonna have to change because it's just an access spur. And so
Yeah,
I put in this application and, but no, I have not talked with any of the other neighbors. Because I didn't think it was gonna affect them.
Since it will affect them, Mr. Pierce, do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, if we just leave it as access spur, so I guess it'll just always be access spur. I don't understand, since it doesn't have a name right now, why it would affect the neighbors' addresses since they're already established as Red Rock Road.
Yep.
Hi, this is Sean. The way addressing works is, especially in cases like this, with these longer easements and stuff, it's basically where the road begins to get access. So since there's no name on it, it comes off of Red Rock Road. That's where the addressing comes. And this stuff has been out there. I think one of those houses has been there for 30 years.
Right.
And that's just, is it ideal? Not really. Should they rename that access spur? Yes, for emergency purposes. But once again, trying to get people to change their address after 30 years, it's pretty tough road to get. What they should have is their own sign saying, here's the address, like right at the access where you come in, not necessarily on your fence, but big sign showing the address. And then, then they should also have the address up on their house where emergency services can see it. I can send you, if you send me an email later, I can send you documents that kind of outlines how stuff should be addressed and how it should be displayed according to, the fire department and different entities like that. If that helps explain it.
This is John Walker, City of Sparks. It looks like any parcels touching Red Rock Road are all addressed Red Rock Road, with the exception of on that access spur, there's 4 parcels all addressed to Red Rock Road.
You're correct. Except for mine. My parcel doesn't have an address yet because we don't have any buildings on it or anything, so there's no address on it, just an APN.
John, you're muted.
Yeah, I see that. It shows up as 0 Red Rock Road for your parcel, sir.
Right, that's correct. And
Which
it's
is
really
standard
hard
for,
to identify, right?
yeah,
people.
standard for empty lot, 0 address.
This is Brett Rodella for the record. I've got a question for Washoe County, probably Sean maybe. If we were to move to change the name of this, would county road engineering or otherwise need to classify this access spur as a road or anything like that? Or
No, usually what happens is they change it and then, they make arrangements to get a sign put on it and such. Because I'm sure if we went down the rabbit hole, we can look at a bunch of those accesses up in that area. And at one time they were just a regular easement too. And, at some point they did change the name or add a name, put up road signs and stuff. But there's all kinds of stuff, northern Washoe County, Washoe Valley and stuff, where they just, where it all where basically it's just all an easement, but these easements kind of eventually get named.
Gotcha. Thank you.
This is John Walker again. I'm looking around that area and I see Bobcat Hill Road, but the two closest parcels to Red Rock per the standards are addressed off of Red Rock. And then there's two parcels on Bobcat Hill Road that are on Bobcat Hill. So even if we were to change the street name, it seems the two parcels closest to Red Rock Road would be Red Rock address, and then the furthest ones away would be whatever the new name is. They would have to be addressed off the new street name.
John, if you look at those two frontage runs off of Bobcat, they actually have driveways off of Red Rock, but the other parcel at 15090 Red Rock is accessed off of the access spur.
Okay, yep, I see that example now that I look at John Thomas Lane. They do have a John Thomas address. Thank you.
It does seem like the name should be changed. It's just the process of how you get there. And maybe Pierce Lane isn't acceptable to all the neighbors because they don't know you, and maybe a different name could be acceptable to them.
Well, I didn't even talk with anybody because I didn't realize that their addresses were gonna have to change. I thought this was just gonna be for me or for us, and that was gonna be it.
Mr.
Yeah,
Pierce, Rob,
Yeah,
Brandon Roman, recording secretary. I told Mr. Cox I would call him back with the results after this. He asked for your phone number. Of course, I didn't give out your personal information, but if you're willing,
yeah.
I can try to put you guys in touch with each other so you can maybe speak with them, because he did not say he's speaking on the other neighbor's behalf. This was just him
Right.
calling.
Right.
So maybe you could speak with him. I don't know if you want me to. If I can get your permission, I will give him your phone number and I'll let him know he can call you. But it's up to you.
I can go down there and talk with him. I know
Okay.
who he is. I know who he is.
I believe Julie said that it's the guy right across from your vacant lot.
Yeah, no, we
Okay.
share a driveway.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
who
Never
he
mind.
is. I'll
Yeah.
go talk
His
to
name's
him.
Thomas Cox.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Good guy. He would vet. I know.
And I do agree. I mean, it would be ideal to have better addresses for all four of those for emergency purposes.
I agree.
Hey, Rob, this is Kyle Daters, Truckee Meadows Water Authority. For the record, I would talk to the other two neighbors as well.
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, of course. I will. Yeah.
Cool.
But you guys only meet once a year, right? So
No,
kind of need to make a decision today. And I'm, if it means we got to change the other neighbors' addresses for today's meeting, that's fine, but it's still got to get approved by the county commissioners, so we still have time to hash it out.
Oh, so this is unincorporated Washoe County, correct?
Yeah, this is unincorporated.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was city or right at the edge of city or Reno. Thank you.
No, it's all.
Okay, because I told him I'd let him know which body would do the final approvals. So,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
This is Julie. Also, we meet 4 times a year, not just once a year.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all right, but we haven't met since last November because unfortunately we haven't had any applications. So
It seems like we could make an exception and make another meeting in a month from now.
that's fine by me. I don't know how big a hurry Mr. Pierce is in. We could always wait till the October meeting once he's had a chance to speak with them. I don't know if he wants to wait that long, or we could do a special meeting if all of you are willing. I don't know what your schedules are.
I would be okay with an additional meeting if we needed.
Yep, this is Kyle Daters with Tumwa. I'm fine to meet whenever you guys want.
Mr. Pierce, do you want to do a special meeting next month, or do you want to wait till the October meeting? And we could just revisit this then.
Let me look at my calendar.
Be
We can-
October 23rd.
When would it be?
Thursday, October 23rd, 2:30 on Zoom.
August 23rd.
Excuse me, October.
October.
Yeah, every 3 months. So October 23rd, 2:30, Zoom. that gives you a little time to talk, because it sounds like it's not necessarily pressing. And I'm not trying to get out of a special meeting. I don't care. It's totally fine. It's not that.
I might be out of town that day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that we do need to change the name for first responders. And if I go to these guys and say, hey, what name do you guys want? Of course, we're going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I'm kind of stuck here on what we should do. I would like to have the name Pierce Lane, for ease of for the ease of naming the street. Tom may say, I want Tom Lane. I just don't know. But like I said, I didn't realize that everybody was going to have to change their address on this. So,
So would you like to, now that you know that, would you like to withdraw the application and maybe reapply down the line?
no. If my
Okay.
choices are either denial today or meet again in the future, then I guess I will have to meet again in the future, because I think it's important.
But you don't want to do the October 23rd meeting. You don't want to wait that long.
Well, I was hoping not to, because
Okay.
then it's my understanding that it's going to take 6 months to get it approved, and we may want to start building before then. And
Okay,
I want to get the Pierce Lane address, not the Red Rock Road address.
Okay, that's fine. Do we want to keep things consistent, everybody, and try to maybe do the fourth Thursday of next month, August 21st? Wait, excuse me, August 28th? Or do you want me to just send an email with 2 or 3 choices, and then once we establish it, I can let the applicant know what our next.
Hold on, we don't know what the board hasn't decided yet. The board has talked to Mr. Pierce about potential options, but we don't even have a decision from the board whether or not
Yes.
it would be a rejection.
Okay,
or
thank you, Trent.
acceptance. So let's see what that is first and what the basis for rejection would be, and then we could start. Because right now we're planning a potential meeting just so Mr. Pierce could go talk to the neighbors, but really it's up to this board to make a decision, not the neighbors. So I'd like to see the board or the committee make a decision first before we start outlining what the next steps are.
Perfect. Thank you.
This is Brett Rodella. I just want to point out or reiterate Mr. John Walker's observation that the homes that lie west of all homes that are adjacent to Red Rock Road, they all carry different street name addresses, which a street change name here would be consistent with all of those other properties. I think that's a significant or relevant factor in this, towards a name change. And to close it out, I would support a follow-up meeting.
Sorry about that. Hi, this is Wayne Handruck. One of my concerns is making the elderly neighbor change his address if he's had it for, I know a couple of those back there have had the same address for 25 or 30 years. So it's not like they're not established addresses.
So this is Teresa Parkers from Sparks. Should I make a motion then to table this until our next meeting in a potential month from now?
What's the board's feeling on tabling it until next month? If Rob's okay with that.
This is Kyle Daters with Tumwa. Is it that we're tabling it, or is it that we are denying it today with a meeting in the future?
Well, if we table it, he doesn't have to pay another fee. If we deny it, he has to submit a new application.
Should the committee decide to table it, could they add maybe a motion with instruction of what they'd like to see between now and the next meeting, so that we could have some direction to go in for what we're looking for to move forward?
That is a great idea. What do you guys want?
This is Wayne Handrock. My thought would be to, if Rob is okay with it, have him contact the 3 other affected parcels and see if they can come to some conclusion rather than just us voting today and eventually forcing people who've had their addresses for the past 25 years or 30 years, whatever it's been, to have to go through the whole thing of changing all their contact information for everything. Any thoughts from the board committee?
I resonate with that also.
John Walker, I agree with that as well, Wayne.
Would you be okay with that, Rob?
Yes, sir. Whatever the board decides.
Does somebody want to make a motion to that effect?
This is Kyle Daters with Tuma. I'll make a motion for that.
Can I get a
What we're gonna have to do is verbalize the motion, I think.
yes?
Okay, Wayne, I'm not as eloquent as you. Would you be able to restate it?
This is Wayne Handrock. I make a motion that with the understanding Mr. Pierce is going to try to contact the other affected neighbors, that we schedule a supplemental meeting in a month. The date of Brandon's choosing, and we will revisit this then.
This is Kyle Daters. I will second that motion.
Brandon, you want to call a vote on that one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a roll call vote. So say, you could say, yay, nay, yes or no, whatever you're most comfortable with. So if you want to support this and this motion that was just made, please say yes or yay. If you want to not support it, please say nay or no. So we'll start with Kyle Daters, please.
Yay.
Okay. John Walker,
Yay.
Marlene Senda,
Yay.
Brett Rodella,
Yes.
Teresa Parkhurst,
Yes.
and Wayne Henrock.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Next month.
All right.
Next on the agenda is miscellaneous announcements. Does anybody have any miscellaneous announcements other than the fact that we're going to add a meeting for next month? Hearing none, the next regular scheduled meeting is Thursday, October 23rd at 2:30 p.m. Through Zoom again. One last call for other miscellaneous announcements. And a final call for public comment.
No public comment.
All right. In that case, we are adjourned at 3:08 p.m.
Thank you. I will send all of you an email, maybe with several dates over within around a month from now, and then we'll try to get a consensus what everybody says, and then we'll make it official. So you should be seeing that soon. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
Wait,
All right. Have a
thank
good
you,
one.
everyone.
Everybody have a good day.
You too.